sorry, little one.
覚悟してろよ。行くぜ。
Welcome to World Breaker Cool's Reviews. I'm your host, World Breaker Cool, and today we are looking at Studio Series Cup and Studio Series Jazz, both two of the shortest name Transformers that you can find. You got Cup, K-U-P, Jazz, J-A-Z-Z. I know, this is not a spelling show, but felt like being silly. So I've got two figures here. One is the Transformers Jazz. I like, this looks kind of silly up top here. And then you got the Cup. I'm going to go over these vehicles, and talk about some things that are really interesting about them and some things that are maybe not as interesting. First and foremost, let's look at Cup here. We had a Titans Return Cup that I liked a lot. I'm going to show in a little bit for comparison. That's a great figure. This one is superior in most areas. Unfortunately, in my opinion, it is not superior in vehicle mode, okay? It is very frustrating trying to get this thing to close up, especially around these parts. This part right here feels like I'm hurting him. So it's like, danger, Mr. Robinson. You know, it's one of those. And he does roll decently, but you have to make absolutely sure you get this guy flush and perfectly maintained. Like, this part down here is a nightmare trying to get all this stuff locked in just right. It's not like the worst ever, but it is still frustrating because I still was not able to get this to close over here without feeling like I was stressing something too much. In fact, I probably most likely will never transform him again. And the reason is I've got the Titans Return version. And the Titans Return version, although it's not as faithful to the movie or the cartoon, I like it better. It's bigger. It's easier to transform. Plus, you can fit a little guy on the inside. I mean, who does not want to put guys on the inside of Transformers? Come on now. Stop playing with me. So, for me, this is the one that I like better in alt mode, even though you can clearly see his fist right there. And this one does a really good job of just hiding all the robot parts, except for closing together. So, yeah, when it comes to Cup, he is pretty faithful. We'll talk about the accessories once he's in his robot mode, but they store very nicely here. And I just think that this version is superior as far as vehicle mode. So let's talk about Jazz. Now, Jazz, this guy's just all around like just a good figure. I mean, you're going to love this guy. I had some slight imperfections right, where's that? There's a cut on his foot somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a blemish on my foot right here and somewhere else on this figure. I can't remember where. But besides that, it's a really clean figure. I love the car mode. Some people don't like the feet sticking out in the back here, but it bothers me not at all. I actually find this is perfectly fine for me. Doesn't hurt my feelings. It is a little bit of a pain trying to line them up, which is a trend with the 86 series, but not nearly as bad as Cup. So, yeah. And of course, he had a recent version of the Titans Return. I'm sorry, Power of the Primes. Let's get this silly stuff off so you can actually see it. And, yeah, you can see that the Power of the Primes one's much bigger, but it was also a combiner. And side note, one funny story, that right there, I had the original one before they changed it. It says MAGA right there. So shame on whoever did that, throwing stuff like the political stuff in our figures. We don't want that. So yeah, but he's a combiner. You can tell right there at the bottom, and he comes with the combiner part. But I never really liked this figure. The car mode was decent, but if you look at these two compared to each other, it's killer. Come on, this one easily wins hands down. Yes, one's bigger. They both roll fine, but this one just looks more faithful to Jazz than this one does. And wait till we get to robot mode, then you'll really see. So let's get these guys transformed. And in classic World Breaker fashion. Da 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 da. And here we go with Cup and Jazz transformed back to their robot modes. And I am very, very happy to say I love both these robot modes. I mean, spectacular. Jazz is looking really good. Love how he looks compared to what he has been looking like. He does have a bit of a backpack, but not too terribly bad. And I don't know why for so many years I always thought he had doors on the outside, but I think that was mostly the toys because in the animation, most times he does not have the wing doors. So that was my bad for assuming that. But he's a good looking car or a good looking robot. I like that. The clearance here is a little bit dicey around the head mode. I love the blue paint, maybe blue plank there. The transformation is pretty unique, and it's not terrible. It's not a terrible transformation. There's only like one part that's sketchy, and that's the head because of the clearance. But besides that, everything else is pretty simple with transforming this guy. It's just, like I said, some panel issues, but nothing too terrible. He's very nice. Now, Cup, transforming him back is pretty simple. And you can see he doesn't have much kibble, which is good, especially in the back. And there's not many holes on his body. There are a lot more holes on Chaz's body when it comes to like openings and things like that. But I do like how they have like pistons on the inside of his legs to kind of give it some a better look. But he's nice, and that's where my other imperfection is. Somewhere, yeah, right here. It came like this, like all chewed up. I don't know how I got a chewed up gun, but that's how mine came. But his articulation is really nice. And you can see they've been doing these things with joints so that way they still like they are connected and not all awkward. I love that. I love that you can see his wheels right there on the inside of his shoulder blades as well. That's just a nice effect. And he's very stable. So you're not going to struggle to stand this guy or pose him at all. I think he's got a ankle tilt somewhere. Where did I? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now, how nice is this? You can get him in some nice poses. You know what I mean? Like, boom. Set him up like that. Have him looking this way. Have another gun over here. Something like this. So the posability is just wonderful. Man, look at that. That might be my screenshot. So he's clean. And then you've got Cup. Again, Cup is looking nice. I see a lot of hate on his face because they say he looks very sad and whatever. I feel like he's stoic. I feel like this is just he's seen some shit. If you seen some shit, you gonna be smiling all the time? Hell no, this dude's older. Hell, he's been through several wars. But I like that he's got the Energon dispenser that he used on the I forget the names of them. I have to see if I can find them in the shot. But they're like shark creatures from the movie. I like his gun. It's real nice. I mean, they've given some really good accessories. And again, with the bending of the joints, you see they kind of added some extra stuff to keep it from being so ugly when you bend. I mean, it don't go so far, but it's still nice that they added that. And his shoulders are just a really, really unique way of pegging things in for Transformers that I've not seen very often. I love it. I like how skinny he is. This is just a nice damn figure. Then it comes to added bonus where, you can rip him up like in that scene from the movie, or you can take his appendages off. You can do all 4 appendages. So I like that. That extra touch of love. You know what I mean? And I don't know which one went on which. So it's just, all in all, I'm here for all this. I'm just telling you guys right now, I'm here for all of this. Hopefully I'm putting them back on the right side. Know what I meant. Yeah, right side. Okay. But yeah, I'm here for all this. I hope we get more Studio Series figure. Give me 2-3 waves because I'm probably gonna pick them all up. And just for comparison, here's Cup with Titan Turn Cup. Now, like I said, I like this vehicle mode better, but his robot mode on the Studio Series absolutely destroys this one. I mean, it's not even close. And you see, does he look happy? Hell no. So stop the hate with Cup. He's fine. Okay, he's mad. He's grizzled. Okay, but he's a great looking figure. I do like the weapons here from this old one, but I'll probably just slide those weapons over here. And then we've got the really offensive item here. We've got Power of the Primes Jazz. I never liked this figure. I just needed a Jazz in my collection, and that's the only reason he was there. He was a placeholder. I knew when I got him. The head sculpt's okay, but his head's too small. His body's weird. He's taller, but damn, his body's weird. I can't get over how weird his body looks. I hate that his arms are like this. I don't like any figure that I have that has hands like this. That's a death sentence, because I always get rid of them. Like the Power of the Titan's Return Optimus Prime, the leader class, has these same dang wrist arm plate things going on here where you can't put anything there really because it's solid on the other side. If I have that, it's a guarantee you're going to leave my collection. And there's several figures I'm looking at right now that have got it, but I hate it. I hate this figure. I hate it. It's trash. So we got the new one here that is superior. Jazz is superior. Power of the Primes Jazz is inferior. Okay? But I hope you enjoyed this review. This stuff's awesome. You're going to love these characters. And until next time, peace and 86 Grease.